And I appreciate all the fans I had. Hate me or love me. You watched. That's all you could do. Thank you.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jobbers and Goons. And I'm going to be real. The channel has gone a long time without a proper Goon video. That's kind of what brought in a big wave of new fans from a new era of the channel. And we need to bring it back. We need to deliver the sauce. And what better way than with Luke Cage? That's right. Luke Cage will be making an appearance today on the Goon series as a Marvel character with some of the funniest moments in comics. Now, here's how it works. In order to get a part 2, you guys got to show love. So make sure to smash the like button. 300 likes, Luke Cage will come back with a part 2 to the Goon series. Also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the notification bell because I constantly post content. And most importantly, join my Discord server. If you want to talk business like purchasing videos and such, or perhaps joining the Fixing Fiction project, which includes Marvel, DC, and Naruto at the current moment, hit me up to talk about it. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoy today's video. This is a Luke Cage running his block Goon video. I hope you guys enjoy. And without further ado, let's begin. First of all, we gotta talk about the moment that Proxima Midnight realized she was facing a savage, right? So she's running down on people. And she lets loose magic attacks, just outright. She's like, you know what? I'm not dealing with these peasants today. I'm gonna let loose with the magic. She ends up hitting Luke Cage with it. And she's like, oh shit, he's not going down. Like, not only is he bulletproof and knife-proof and all that, this man is literally, like, resistant to magic. And so she talks shit to him, right? She's like, all your people are getting dropped. You stay down even though you're resistant to magic. I'll break you regardless. Now, her talking crazy, talking super spicy combo number 9 to Luke Cage is crazy. You just don't do that. And so he gets up and he looks at her and he's like, yo, real shit. I know you're rolling with Thanos and whatever, so you think you can do whatever the fuck you want in my hood, but you really can't. And he said, not another body. Not another life drops today. You ain't doing shit today but getting beat the fuck up. And Luke Cage proceeds to start putting absolute tier million hands on this bitch, right? Proxima Midnight just started getting folded and concussed immediately. There was nothing she could do once Luke started, like, raging. It was horrible. It was so bad, in fact, that Superior Spider-Man, who was, like, away from the scene, started detecting seismic activity and was like, oh shit, is that Luke Cage rocking her? That's crazy. And yeah, he turns up. Don't talk spicy to him. He's always going to turn up. Another character who unfortunately had to learn the lesson of Luke Cage not giving a damn was Superior Spider-Man. So he pulls up on Luke Cage and his girl Jessica Jones talking crazy, right? He's like, yo, I have an army. Like, I pretty much got everything in pocket. You guys aren't shit to me. He's like, I'm not what you typically deal with in terms of Spider-Man, right? I'm way beyond what you usually deal with. He thought this was going to scare them, right? Like, he thought talking crazy to Luke and his girl was going to deter them. He immediately gets punched in his shit. That's right. Luke had nothing to talk about. He immediately is putting the paws on Spider-Man, who of course has to start falling back because shit's getting dicey. He's getting rocked. We then see that at one point, Luke Cage, like, was perfectly willing to take on the army of Superior Spider-Man. Like, took on this spider tech. No problem. And eventually he gets caught up, right? And he's, like, momentarily webbed up or whatever. And Superior Spider-Man is walking down on him. And he goes, like, Luke, you need to relax because your wife's still breathing. Like, you could just chill out. And he goes, oh, she's still breathing? I guess you can too for now. And Spider-Man was like, bro, what? First of all, I have an army in the mayor. Like, why are you trying to beef with me? Like, why? I don't get why you think he can win. And Luke was just like, bro, like, I will kill you. Don't worry about it. If it comes to that, you're going to get the sauce. And it had Superior Spider-Man absolutely confused. Next, we have the time he decided to just absolutely show out in terms of resistances to hacks and what he can take on, right? So he's getting put through like this dream-like state. This is sort of like a hellish interior where everything that is put around him is supposed to like basically contain him, break him mentally, all that. However, this is Luke Cage we're talking about. He's not going down like that. He immediately starts to detect that this isn't reality, right? He's like, yo, this shit is not real. I'm being subjected to some weird fucking mind hacks. And he starts punching his way through shit. Runs into this entity that tells him to behave, right? Like, I'm gonna absorb you and all that. Just shut up. And he's like, shut up. You're a bitch. I'm gonna resist. You're not real. And he starts immediately fighting back. Like, that's his first move. And he had this being absolutely confused. They're like, yo, I control everything. Your willpower, your life force, all this shit. How are you resisting? And starts blasting him, and he did not care. Absolutely crazy. And in terms of willpower, it only gets more absurd in that run. This was best shown when he outright had better willpower than some of the most willful characters in existence. So, real quick, I want you to think, and you can even comment. Who do you think has the most willpower in Marvel Comics? Like, if you had to think of characters with willpower, who is it? I guarantee you're going to name one of these characters, right? Captain America, Thor, Blue Marvel. They could not resist this being, right? They were brought to their knees. Their willpower restrained. However, Luke doesn't bow to anybody. This mentality, this willpower, allowed Luke to just get up. And he got up and started to free the other Avengers of their enchantment. This shit was crazy. For him to outright have better willpower than them is disgusting. But hey, Luke Cage is a big dog, so it's really whatever. Next, we saw a wild moment and exchange between Luke Cage, right, and Namor. He sees Namor absolutely rock Ben Grimm. Like, obviously underwater, Namor gets hella steroid amp. It's just crazy. It's ridiculous. An absolute absurd amp and power. He sees this. Luke sees this and was like, fuck it. I'm swinging anyway. And starts brawling with Namor. And Namor at one point even comments after Luke makes him bleed. He's like, yo, real shit? You pretty much knew coming down here you couldn't win. But you swung anyway. Like, I respect that. You're admirable. And he, like, just darts for Luke. But even Namor had to give props to how real Luke Cage keeps it. Because that shit's crazy. Next, we have the time he invaded Latveria. That's right. Luke Cage invaded Latveria. Now, I know what you're wondering. Why would Luke do this? By the way, I've made whole entire videos on this if you want to look it up. Luke did this because Dr. Doom owed him a couple $100. That's right. He did a job for Doom. Doom was supposed to pay up. Doom did not. As a result, Luke Cage showed up to collect the check in blood or money. Didn't fucking matter. Maybe a little bit of both. Started tearing through the country, leading a rebellion, and eventually gets into it with Dr. Doom, brawling with him and eventually forcing Doom to have to give him the money. Insane. He did that shit. Next, we have the time he ran into Green Goblin and it did not go good for the Goblin. That's right. Goblin got mauled by Luke Cage. He got absolutely destroyed, and what's even worse is that after he beat him up in front of everybody, we see the press pull up on him, and they're like, yo, Luke, can you give us a story? And Luke's like, I'm not a snitch. Stop asking me about that shit. And they're like, yo, but Luke, for real, you can't just show up and do that. Like, can you give us a story? Like, what's going on? Like, why'd this go down? What's going on? He said, yo, real shit, I'm not going to speak for a story. But you saw the hands. They speak for themselves. And you see the reporter go, you know what? Low key, you're right. You did give us a story with your hands. I mean, the least you can say is he cooked in that moment. Final moment. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like button if you haven't already. Again, plenty of Luke moments throughout history. If you want another part, just smash the like button and hit the like goal. But this last moment was a hilarious exchange between Daredevil and Luke, right? Luke's pulling up on Daredevil. He's like, yo, bro, you need to get your shit together. Like, you've been wilding lately, and it's really annoying. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to need you to chill out. And Daredevil's not listening at that point. And Luke's getting annoyed. He's like, bro, you need to stop. Like, you need to relax. And Daredevil turns around and punches him in his shit. The problem pretty much breaks Daredevil's hand. And Luke's like, yo, Daredevil, what are you doing? Like, you punched a dude with unbreakable skin? Are you deaf, dumb, and blind? Like, what? Are you dropping a triple-double in problems? Like, why are you wilding like this? Get your shit together so we can get out of here. And he just left Daredevil looking like an idiot. He's like, bro, you are being way too dumb right now. And that shit was comedy. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite Luke Cage moment is in this episode, as well as which ones you want to see in the next episode. If you love to talk about comics and stuff, make sure to hit up my Discord and hang out. But yeah, anyways, it's been your boy Jobbers and Goons. Glad I got to drop another Goon series video, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.